So the intent of this video is to give people an overview of our new fireplace that we had installed this past summer. We elected to do a major construction on the home. The wall that you see that is now sheetrocked was completely brick top to bottom. And so what we did is we ended up tearing all of that out and rebuilding the wall back. But in the meantime, we had a gas insert put in from Home and Hearth here in Fargo, North Dakota. And the brand we got was Heat Glo. This was the Grand I-35 gas insert. We got the new bronze front. Of course, you're going to get the remote control. Why wouldn't you? The Hearthstones. And we ended up getting with this El Dorado Dry Creek stack stone. I ended up building the mantle myself to save money, and all you needed was a trip to Home Depot, Lowe's, or Menards, or your local hardware store. Get some oak, get some stain, and build the mantle before the stack stone gets put in. So that's what we did, and we had Archie and his partner come and put in the stone. They came in on a Saturday, started at about 9 o'clock, and we're out of here by 5. So we had everything done, and now we're enjoying the warmth of the heat. The one thing I wanted to comment on is when you buy your fireplace, you'll notice that many of them have 3 settings. And the 3 settings are for the fan. And what I'm going to do is to show you on low heat what kind of temperatures you can expect on the mantle. So I have an infrared thermometer. So what we're going to do is we're going to point that first at the fire to notice how hot it is in degrees Fahrenheit. And we're going to move that up. Okay. Notice that the mantle itself is about 130 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's pretty warm, I think, for a wood mantle. Now this is at a low speed setting on the fan, which you can't hear very well. The other noise we're hearing in the background is our furnace that's kicked on. So what I'm recommending to anyone who's going to purchase a fireplace is to look at the fan speed settings and how loud they are. Because when we turn ours onto medium, we'll go here, go to menu, we're going to go to fan, and we notice that the flame was set on about the medium there. We're going to go to fan, we're going to say select, we're going to move it up to medium and say select. And I think you can hear the fan running now. Okay, our room is not very big. This is probably 60 square feet, or excuse me, we got about 10 by 20 foot room that we're working with behind me. And so when you have this fan on low, with our TV just happened to be positioned where it is, and notice that the room is still under construction, there's still a lot more work to do. Even Sandi thinks that there's a little bit more work to do. She has her otter with her today. So the medium heat is a little bit too loud. And if I'm going to go to the high, we'll go to menu, go down to the fan again, say select, bring that up, select again. Okay, I think one would agree that it'd be pretty tough to sit in this room with the fan on high for very long without having the TV cranked up in volume. So what I've elected to do, and this has nothing to do with Home and Hearth. I want to make sure that gets out there. I think it's a problem with the Heat Glo models of only having 3 fan speed settings, and the fact that fans are relatively inexpensive, so it wouldn't take much to add that as an option, in my opinion. So we're going to go to menu again. I'm going to bring this down to the fan, take it off high, select, bring it down to low again, select, and you can see that it goes down pretty easy. So what I elected to do was to purchase a very quiet Vornado fan from Amazon. These are about 60 to 90 bucks depending on which one you have. But what that allows me to do is to have it hooked to my switch. And what that allows me to do then is to circulate air much better in the room as it blows up into the mantle. Now, this may not work for everybody, but these fans are actually very quiet. Let's see if I can get it down in there. You may or may not even be able to hear that. So what's nice about that is that it will start to, it may not do it in this short period of time, but it's already starting to decrease the temperature of the mantle just because it's blowing and dispersing that warm energy away from the mantle itself. So if you have a wood mantle, I think over time, if you didn't have an extra fan on it and you had a low speed setting, I think that wood would actually crack. And I don't think anybody that puts this much effort into a fireplace is interested in having a flaw like that on their work. Now, all said and done, this unit itself, with everything included, would probably run about $6,000. So I'd be prepared, if you're going to make the investment, to put the time and energy and effort into it, to make sure you hire people that are professionals. For example, I was very impressed with the installation that we had from Home and Hearth. The salespeople we had there were very good as well. And also for the stone, make sure you get people that are willing to come in and do a job like this and do it right. So I hope you enjoyed my little overview of, okay, it's already down to 111, 110. So I suspect in a little bit it'll be down to close to room temperature. And I think that's where, if you have a wood mantle, I think that's where you want to be. So hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll have Sandy do a little sign off here. She seems to be a little tired today, but she's excited for this new fireplace herself. So enjoy.